Good morning, everybody. Bonjour. So happy to see you guys here. There are quite a few new people here. I'm so happy to see that here. I hope everybody's had a great morning, evening, whatever the case might be. So I hope it was wonderful. It's a Think Dragon raid. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you, Super Dave 44. Good morning, Lashes Journey. Good morning, White Collar General. Good morning, Yen. Good morning, Gingy. Good morning, Think Dragon as well. I hope everybody's doing fantastic this morning. So, since many of you are new to this series, I'm going to explain a little bit. Good morning, Kendra. How are you? I hope everybody's had a great evening, a great morning, great weekend, whatever it is. Thank you guys for being here. Good morning, Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Thank you guys for being here. I will explain, since, like I was going to say, some of you are new to this particular series. I'm going to explain to you what I will be doing shortly. Now, this is specifically for Good Morning, Big Dog Mobile Gamer. Good morning, Paralyzed Living, Paralife TV. Thank you so much, guys. When Think Dragon brings his gang, they come in full force. It's so wonderful to see that. I hope everybody's had a great night. Now, in a moment, I'm going to explain something for White Collar General because I know that he is relatively new to YouTube and he wants to learn and apply some of the things that we do. So I'm going to be showing something to him specifically, but this might be something that you guys need to know as well. So I'll take a half a second to depart from the series for a moment. So please indulge me. I believe in supporting anybody and everybody when I can. So I know White Collar General wants to be shown how to add moderators to his channel. And I'm a visual person, so for me, I find it much easier to show people what to do rather than sit here and explain and go here, go there, do this, do that. So in a moment, I'll be doing that. Good morning, Gail at night. Gail, for those of you who guys don't know, is an absolutely fantastic moderator herself. She's an expert, been doing it for God only knows how much, and she does it so well that I personally believe, and this is an inside joke, guys. I personally believe she's a robot. So good morning, Skynet. Please don't take me down just yet. Let me. Can I do this one episode, please? And after that, we'll negotiate my freedom. Thank you, Skynet. No, I kid. Of course, like I said, it's an inside joke. But Gail is honestly fantastic, a wonderful moderator, on top of being a wonderful, fantastic person, and has blessed me with a few freedom fries. Yes, your thank you video, Gail. I'm still working on something absolutely perfect. I have not forgotten you. Thank you again for sending me a few dollars. I still haven't had chance to, as you see on the top right of the screen, there is a PayPal. Hopefully it works. Hope it might not work. Good morning before the billions. Thank you for being here. Haven't seen you in a while. I did enjoy your thank you, Alien. I did enjoy your interview a couple of days ago of the young lady. The name isn't I'm blanking on her name, but you interviewed her about real estate. That was interesting. And Think Dragon, I did catch a little bit of your sleep session last night, and ironically, I had a really great sleep last night. So I guess that really helps. You should do it more, and maybe I'll start sleeping better. Hello, hello, Fish and Trucker. Thank you for being here. So, as promised, I'm going to go. This is a couple of minutes, hopefully not too long, where I'm going to show. Sorry, I'm blanking on the names. As you guys know, I'm really terrible with names. That's why Think Dragon. It always makes me laugh when you mess up my name because I'll flat out blank on people's names. I'm so sorry, guys. I try not to do that, but it happens to me every once in a while. As in every every stream, there's always a name that I blank on. Oh, oh, you came from Think Dragon. Thank you, Fisher Trucker. I hope that you enjoy this particular episode series. I hope that you're gonna like it. I know that maybe the title is maybe a little bit clickbaity, but hopefully you'll still enjoy it. But if you don't, I'm not offended. My content isn't going to be for everybody. Everybody's content isn't going to be for me. But even if you just want to have me on a tab in the background just to support, that's absolutely fine as well. As I always tell people, I have several tabs open, oftentimes with several other people's lives or content going on right now. Right now, I even have two or three tabs of flat out other people's lives, including moments with Diva. I have her live playing on one of my tabs going. So if that's what you feel like you guys want to do, don't worry, I don't take personal offense to that at all. Okay. So let me get one way. So whose name is Ashila? Oh, Ashila. Okay. Oh, the girl that was okay. Thank you. Before the billions. Thank you. Yeah, GOT. I found it Fish and Trucker. I found it a little bit of hard series to get into, but more on that in a moment. So I'm going to explain to White Collar General because he had asked me a few days ago over the weekends to explain to him how to add a moderator to his channel. So I'm going to show that to him now. Okay, guys. So indulge me. Be a little bit patient. Thank you, Gail, for the shout out. So please be a little bit patient and indulge me in showing this. If this helps you guys as well, great, fantastic. If not, you can take a moment. This is a good time to go ahead and get coffee, get some tea, whatever your morning ritual would be. So let me start sharing the screen so White Collar General, get a pen and paper. If you don't have a pen and paper, that's fine. You can always come back to this video. This video will stay up unless there's a problem or something, but it will stay up for as long as it's permitted to do so. So don't worry, you can always come back to this and take notes then or follow along. Okay. So the first way I'm going to show is how to add moderators while you're doing a live. Now, for this, you have to be live. Okay. And when I say you, this applies as much to White Collar General as it does apply to anybody else. Okay. So this is something that you have to be live while doing it, and B, you have to have at least two tabs open. One tab with your StreamYard or whatever software that you're using to do the live. So whether it's YouTube itself, StreamYard, OBS, or anything else, and a second tab with YouTube showing your live that you're doing at the moment. Okay, so that's what the thing you guys have to remember. This first way, you have to A, be live at the moment, B, have one tab showing your StreamYard or whatever software you're using to control your live, and C, a second tab where you have your YouTube live going. Yes, Fish and Trucker, I will be working on sending everybody's links and all of that. But I think for many of you, if you try to put in, let's say, I know it will work for Before the Billions. If you simply open up a second tab and type in Before the Billions, he will be found right away really quickly. So you'll have really no trouble finding him. I believe it's the same with Gail at Night and Lash's Journey as well. Okay, but I will be working on clicking on the links and everything else. So White Collar General, this is for you. 1 second here. Let me get the right tab. No, that's not the right one. That's the other problem when you have several tabs going. Sometimes you have to find the right one. There we are. Yeah, that's the right one. So as you can see, this is my own live that I'm doing right now. So I have a second tab opening. So let's say I wanted to have Before the Billions as one of my moderators. as you can see, when you hover above the names, okay, you see these three white little dots here, well, grayish little dots, okay? You would click on it, okay? And then you can see I can just click on add moderator, okay? So that's what the quickest and easiest way to add a moderator, white collar general, okay? So you don't have to do it right here, right now, but yeah, that's one way. Okay, white collar general, that's the quickest and easiest way to do it. Okay, and as you can see, if I wanted to, because I'm the runner of the channel, I can go to go channel. It will open a second tab, and I could easily share before the billions link. So I'll do that right now, and then that way. All right, so we'll get one link done at the same time as well. So I'm just going to come here. All right, so that's one link for him. Yeah, it's you have to remember to do that. In fact, that's part of why I had my 5 minute timer this morning was because it's like I have to open this, I have to do this, I have to do that. Okay, so that's one way, white collar general, to open up and get a another tab with somebody that you want to support, or that you want to have somebody as your moderator. Oh, you can do it with a previous chat. Okay, I didn't know that, Gail. Thank you. You see, this is why we have Gail around, because she's such a smart lady. So apparently, you guys can do this with a previous live as well. So we're gonna stop sharing this screen right here, right now, for a second, and I'm gonna go to you guys in a second to find the other way to open up and get a moderator. I just want to check out the steps myself because I vaguely remember, but not 100%. Yeah, okay. All right, so now it's come back to me. Yes, we're all learning, hopefully. And hopefully, White Collar General is still here and listening and paying. You're very welcome. And hopefully he's paying attention to this and learning himself as well. So I'm going to show you guys the other way to add somebody as your moderator. Okay. This other way, it takes you guys knowing people's names, okay, to be able to um, add them as a moderator. But it will also allow you to do other things as well. So this other way is a good way if you have other things, like let's say you want somebody to be permanently banned or whatever. This is another way of going about it as well. So here's the other way. I'm going to find the right tab again. Here we are. Okay. Is it still showing? Yeah. Okay. And we're going to close that. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So the second way is to go into your studio. Now, for those of you who don't know how to get to your YouTube studio, on the top right of your screen, you always have this nice little icon. This is your little icon. You're going to click on it. Then it's going to come up with a drop down menu with all the different things that you can do. You'll simply go to click on your channel. Okay, so I'll do that now to show you guys how to get there. Okay, so as you can see, it'll bring you here. Now, sometimes, normally it should have your studio. Here is the right one. Okay, so you could go to your channel and then go to manage videos, or the more direct way is simply picking YouTube Studio. Okay, so you're going to click on YouTube Studio. And as you can see, when my computer decides to do things, there we go. It brings you to my studio. Okay, so as you can see, I'm so happy to get 337 new subscribers. So I'm so appreciative of every single one of you. Okay, So on the left hand side, you'll see all the lists of different things that you can do. So right now, as you can see in red, it says dashboard. So this is my dashboard. I would click on settings. Okay, so go to settings. And as you can see, this little box pop up. Since I'm Canadian, it obviously sets to Canadian dollars, but I could change it to another currency if I wanted to. I would then click on community. Okay, so community. So in the column on your left, you can still slightly see it. You would go to settings, then you would go to community. And as you can see, I can add manually my moderators from here. So obviously here I would need to know their names. So I could type in before the billions. Okay. And if he's popped up, I can find him. Okay. So obviously I would have, as you can see, no match found. So obviously I would have to have the proper name, the full proper name channel for this. So this is a little bit more difficult if I don't know the proper name and all that. But that's another way to add a moderator, is knowing the proper name of the YouTuber, and you add it through that. Okay. Approved users. Okay, that's another way. So approved users, comments from these users are automatically published and won't be filtered for blocked links, blocked words, or potentially inappropriate content. So that's what an approved user. So for example, if I know that Lashish Journey, who's one of my moderators, if I know that she drops links that I approved of, and I know that she's not going to um, be naughty, it's absolutely fine. And I just realized here it's actually the URL, okay, of the user. Okay, so you have to add the URL to make the person a moderator, not their username. Okay, so it's the URL that you would use. Okay, and of course, here's the list of my blocked people. So anytime you block somebody on your live chat, they automatically go here. But again, you can also manually block people as well. So those are the two different ways to add somebody as your moderator. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Okay. There we are. Use Yeah, I barely understand. Yes, I'm having trouble with that as well. It's a definite rabbit hole. I will one day try to make my own little mini series of explaining the YouTube studios, but I admit that I'm learning a lot about it myself, so I don't feel quite ready to show you guys and explain to you guys what to do. So that's it for the little mini lesson. We're gonna get into in a few minutes of me reading Game of Thrones. Now, as I said to those of you who are new to this channel, I would explain to you guys what I'm going to be doing, because obviously it's a bit misleading when you guys see reading Game of Thrones. I'm sure many of you are expecting me to read the book out loud. Unfortunately, that is not what I'm going to be doing. So I understand if some of you guys say, oh, that's not what I expected and I need to get going. I understand. Don't worry. I don't take personal offense. Like I said earlier, my lives may not be for everybody. Everybody may not be for me. It's absolutely fine. I started this series really as a way to encourage people to start reading for themselves, right? Now, the reason why I don't read Game of Thrones out loud is due to copyright, okay? I know I've had this discussion with Think Dragon briefly, where I know for him, he says that he doesn't have problems, but I personally don't want to take a risk. Okay, and I know that there are several channels. Oh, but they're reading Game of Thrones out loud. The thing is, technically, guys, this is against copyright laws. Okay, now the reason why a lot of people aren't getting caught and scolded by YouTube is that in their algorithm, in their searches, they're not necessarily looking for words spoken, right? Oftentimes, YouTube is more focused on music, sound effects, things like that. things that it can easily go into the algorithm and set up, because music is unique enough where they can set it up so that the machines can just, oh, this is a Drake song, oh, this is a Celine Dion song, oh, this is whatever, right? But since books get read at a different rhythm, different tones, different pitch, with a different accent, it's a lot harder to detect books being read by people that are not authorized to read. Okay. You do need a special approval to read a full book out loud. Okay. Now, for those of you who say, oh, but what about fair use? You're making it transformative. Unfortunately, reading a book is not considered transformative enough. Okay. I would have to change the characters' names, maybe change some of the plot line. I would have to make Game of Thrones a completely unique experience. Okay, I'd have to transform a lot about it in order for me to feel comfortable reading the book out loud to you guys. Okay, so like I said, if you guys, this is not a series for you, it's absolutely no problems if you want to leave, or if you still want to show support, just to have me on a second tab on mute while you go watch something else. I take no personal offense by any of this. I realize my content isn't for everybody. Everybody's content isn't for me. Okay, so I will be playing meditation music. So if me not reading the book out loud doesn't really interest you, but the music does, maybe you can stay for that instead if you like. Or you can just simply, like I said, have the music playing in the background while you're preparing your breakfast. Maybe you're a religious person and you want to take the time to pray, or maybe you have another book that you'd rather read and sit down quietly, enjoy the music. You're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay. But again, I'm glad for any amount of support any of you are willing to give me, whether it's just, hey, we're here because of Think the Dragon. Thank you very much, Think Dragon, for that, and bringing a few people to at least get some eyes on my channel, and hopefully people will like my content. Hopefully. Now, if it's just this particular series that isn't really your thing, I understand. I do have a art review every Tuesday night. Tonight, I will be interviewing Aurel Ferguson, which I got in contact with another great, from another great YouTuber by the name of Melissa Jane. No worries, paralyzed. No worries. You did miss a whole lot. I just showed how to add a moderator on your channel, so you could always go back to that. And I did quickly explain what this particular series was about, and I'll repeat it. Don't worry. So Tuesday night, I have my arts in review, where I talk about a particular artist, a particular artwork, maybe an exhibit that I saw, whatever the case might be. Tonight, I do have an interview, okay, with an artist that I met through uh, Melissa Jane, who's another great YouTuber. Okay, so that's going to be tonight. Then on Friday night, I will have a book review. I haven't set that one up because I'm not sure which book I want to review, but every Friday night, I have a book review. Saturday night, I have a movie review. That one isn't set up either, just because, again, I haven't figured out what movie I want to review. And Sunday night, I have my French lessons. Okay. Um, so basically, that's what you guys can expect. So if this series isn't really for you, you can always hopefully catch me on one of my other series that I have, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. There's at least, hopefully, I hope, please, one series that you guys will enjoy, and they're usually live. Okay, so as I was saying, Paralyzed Living, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday morning, I have half an hour of me reading quietly Game of Thrones. And the reason why I don't read it out loud, and I'm sorry if that's what you were expecting, I apologize, is because of copyright. Okay. You'll look, when you look at many books that you buy, they will have a little note at the beginning saying that you cannot read the full book out loud. In fact, I'll try to find one that has it so that you guys can see for yourselves. But in many books, you'll find that little notice telling you, okay, so I have it here. So I got this from my Hans Christian Andersen, The Complete Fairy Tales book. And I will read the full thing to you guys now. Okay, so all rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including photocopying, recording, or other electronic or mechanical method without the written permission of the publisher, except in the case of brief quotations embodied in critical reviews and certain other non-commercial uses permitted by copyright law. Okay, so basically, like I said, I'd have to have permission or be part of the exception. Okay. So that's why I do not read the book out loud. I do not want to be in trouble with J.R.R. Martin, because if it's me versus J.R.R. Martin, I'm going to be on the losing end of things. Okay. And I've worked too hard for my channel to get to where it is already. I do not want to be in trouble or shut down just because of that. So I love you guys. And as much as I'm now starting to enjoy Game of Thrones, I don't want to be in trouble. So, unless you guys have found a way to be part of the exception, I don't read the book out loud. What will happen, okay, is that I will be showing you guys, okay, I'll be activating my camera. And it looks like I did lose some of my audience, but it's okay. That's not a problem. What I'll be doing is I'll be uh, showing my camera in a moment. I'm just going to get some tea, guys. Give me a second. You know, as Canadians with that British influence, we have to have some tea. So, or my hot leaf juice, as I call it, when I'm with Laquita from Blind Guy, his wife, their life. So, basically, what I'll be doing in a moment is I will be turning on my camera, sharing my screen. So, you guys, for half an hour, will be seeing me with the book in my hand, and I will be playing some music as well. Hold on a second. I have to find. I had it before, but I guess the tab was closed. I'm going to find the music that I have for this. Where did it go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Ugh. If it's not the names, it's always finding the thing that I need. Yeah, you guys know me. All right. Okay, we'll play a different one because I normally have a meditation music specifically for my Game of Thrones, but I can't find it right now, and I don't want you guys to be waiting any longer than necessary. So I'll just play a different one. One exception every once in a while won't be the end of me. Oh, yeah, good idea. I'm glad that you like it, Liquida. I might do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you very much. So, all right. So it's now 10:06 my time. So at 10:07 is when I'm going to start. So I'm going to read until 10:37. Okay. And after that, like Liquida suggests, I'll summarize a little bit of what I read and everything else. Okay. Right now on the version of the book I'm at, I'm on page 246. I have the leather bound version of the book. Okay, so the book is slightly smaller and consequently has a lot more pages. So it is now 10:07. So I'm going to share my screen with the music and start reading. So I'll see you guys in half an hour. Have a great read. Hello, hello. So I'll start the music in a second, guys. You know what? It'll be 10:08 to 10:38. Okay, just so that. Oh, you're in New Brunswick. Oh, excellent. Excellent. A fellow Canuck. Hello, hello. Good, good. Good to know. Good to know that you're Canadian as well. All right. So I'll get the music going. So from 10:08 to 10:38, I'll be quietly reading the book. You guys are more than welcome to get your copy of Game of Thrones. Maybe you have a newspaper or another book that you haven't had a chance to read, whatever the case. So now it's the time, guys. Good reading, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back again. So that was half an hour of reading Game of Thrones. I hope that you guys were also reading, if not Game of Thrones, at least something else. But even if you weren't reading at all and were just enjoying the scenery as Liquida was, thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you enjoyed that a little bit of meditation music. Obviously, that one was more of listening to rain in a coffee shop scene, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I hope that everybody else enjoyed it as well. Although I did see that I lost a few, but gained, of course, Stuart family. Thank you, Stuart, for being here. And I believe, are you going live, Stuart? Any point? Because I think the last time I saw you live was a few days ago. So please let us know when your next live is, and I'll try to make it for yours as well. Gail, I believe you're coming up live, or have you been live already? I think it's what, the first and third Saturday of the month. So I believe you've already been live, and you're going to be live not this week, but next week, I believe, if I remember correctly. And of course, Lash's Journey will be live pretty much every day or a lot of days. Uh, Black's Tropical Homestead, hello, hello. Thank you for being here and spending a few minutes with me. I believe you were live yesterday. I wasn't able to catch all of it, but I did see some of it. And of course, Blind Guy, his wife, they're live. You guys will be live tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And yeah, we had quite a few newcomers come to the beginning of the live, but of course, some have left. I don't blame them. This live stream, I realize, isn't for everybody because, like I said, I don't read the book out loud, which is, of course, what a lot of people are expecting. Oh, you're still here. Good to see it. Paralyzed Living. That was okay. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you're still here with us. A few people did leave, but that's normal. I don't expect everybody to stay for this kind of series, but I'm glad that you did stay. And as I answered your question, I'm from Montreal. What part of Nova Scotia are you in? I would be glad to find out and know more about you. Did you name your channel after yourself? That are you paralyzed in any? If I may ask you, feel free if that question is offensive or you don't want to share. Feel free that to tell me and say, hey, no, 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 it's not your business. Whatever you feel. But it's always I'm always curious about people's lives and how they live and so forth. So feel free to answer that question how you feel. But yeah, so I'm glad that you stayed here and spent some time with us. But yeah, oh, you're in New Brunswick. Okay, I thought you were from Nova Scotia. Okay, good, good. Fredericton, New Brunswick. Okay, welcome to Montreal. Welcome, bienvenue. And I, of course, speak French because, as you know, Montreal, we obviously speak a lot of French here. But I'm glad to have you here and spending some time with us. And I'll repeat, and I know I said it already, but yes, this particular series is really, I'm trying to get people, but also myself, back into reading, right? And I had put to a vote what book I would start with. I was hoping people would pick The Green Knight because I wanted to tie it in with the movie The Green Knight that had come in. So I would have me reading the book, then having a book review, and then having a movie review. But people voted for Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones it is. So that is it for this morning, pretty much. Okay, now as far as the book, because I did promise Laquita I would summarize a little bit of what I read. I'm now on page 262. Yeah, of course. My accent is very much Montreal. But yes, so basically, let me put up your. Okay, so yeah, no, okay, good. I'm glad because I don't want to offend anybody. As you know, as Canadians, we don't like offended people. That's not the Canadian thing to do. So you're paralyzed from the waist down. Okay, interesting. All right. I imagine you talk about it on your channel, as I assume. I will go check out your channel shortly. Okay, and I do hope to get to know you better and has more conversations either on my lives and or yours if you do any. So yeah, so I hope that you to see you come back to this series. So this particular series, like I said, I do it every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday morning at 9:30 in the morning. And then Sunday night, I have my French lessons. Tuesday, I have my art review. So tonight, I will have an interview with an artist by the name of Aurel Ferguson, who does artwork with glass, broken glass to be more specific. Friday nights, I do my book review, and Saturday nights, I do my movie reviews. So I hope to see you in one of those live streams. If not, I'm sure we'll see each other through Think Dragon or on another live. Uh, you're more than welcome to join any of my other people in the chat. So I will go into the chat and share some of their links now. Okay, so that way, if anybody wants to go check you guys out, you guys are more than welcome to do so. Again, we're not under any obligation to follow anybody. So if there's a channel that you're not so interested in, don't feel obliged to start to follow people just because I say so. Everybody here is free to do as they please, to follow who they feel like following. But you'll see a lot of people here are great people, are interesting, and are fun to show. Okay, so you put up Paralyzed Live. Okay, perfect, excellent. I'm trying to see who else was in. I think I saw, yeah, Before the Billions was here. Thank you, Gail. Okay, so let's see. We saw before as well. Of course, we had Lash's Journey as well. And let's go up. Let's see who else. We had quite a few at the beginning, so I'm just going to scroll up to find who else I can find that was here at one point. Think Dragon. Oh. All right. Okay. Okay. Lashes, you're still here with me, of course. Of course. Who else? Who else? We had Kendra Morana was here as well. Thank you, Kendra, for being here and stopping by. Let's see. Alien Prayers was here as well. Angie Marie was here. All right. So we had quite a few people at the beginning. I'm not surprised because I know Think Dragon had done a little bit of promo. So thank you again, Think Dragon. And I do hope to see the few people that had come in earlier, later on in my live later, if not for other stuff. Oh, put that, there we go. Take that off. So I'm going to put, let's see. Okay, so you promote. Okay, thank you, Gail. So as you guys saw, those are the links to Stewart Family, Paralyzed Living, Paralife TV, and for Lash's Journey as well. Thank you, Gail, for that. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, which I'll do myself. And guys, don't be afraid to like your own videos, okay? YouTube doesn't show who liked your videos, okay? So be shameless in your self promotion. That's something I'm learning to do myself, guys. I know it's a hard thing to do because we don't want to come off as egotistical or narcissistic or anything. But that is the good thing with YouTube, right? It doesn't show who liked your videos, right? So don't be afraid to promo yourself. It is considered engagement, which is something for YouTube is very important, is the engagement. Who's liking, disliking your videos, who's chatting it up in your chat room, who's commenting, who's watching your videos in full. This is all considered good engagement. YouTube does not care who did what, if they chatted, if they simply liked, simply disliked your videos. For YouTube, it's all the same thing. It does not, YouTube does not discriminate when it comes to that. So please take, yeah, no, I understood, Paralyzed. Yeah, me too. I do that often where it's like, this is what I meant. I'm sorry, oh my God. But yeah, no, so definitely do like your own videos. You can dislike your own videos. Like I said, YouTube does not make any kind of difference between liking and disliking. Okay, there's literally no difference whatsoever. Although now I think YouTube no longer shows the dislike unless you say so, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I'll give a little pause for the links because I know Gail put a few, so I don't want to bombard the chat with too many links because that's the other thing, guys. Um, if YouTube sees that you're bombarding the chat with links, it kind of, oh, wait, what's going on here? But yeah, I'll try to promote in a few the other people that were here earlier at the beginning of the live. So basically, the summary of the book of what I've read, basically, Bran, who's the brother of Jon Snow, woke up from his coma and is, of course, disheartened, sorry, that he can no longer walk. Basically, he's, of course, trying to recoup from that. Now he had fallen. Now he lost part of his memory. So, of course, he does not know why or how he fell. He just knows that he fell. Now, in an earlier chapter, we know that a brother and sister who are having adult activities with each other and were found out by Bran were the guilty party, that the brother had pushed Bran down. So at this point, I assume everybody thinks that, oh, well, they escaped and Bran will not be able to point to the guilty parties. And the reason why a lot of people don't believe that this was just a slip up, that he just fell because he was climbing a high tower, um, is because Bran is a skilled climber and he's been climbing for years. So a lot of people suspect that it was no accident. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, it happens quite often. That's what I've heard. So I'm glad that you're confirming that that does indeed happen. But yeah, from what I've heard, a lot of people when they fall or they go into a coma for whatever accidental reason, a lot of people lose their memories, right? There, when you hit your head very hard to the point where you're in a coma, it impacts your short-term memory. So for a lot of people, they lose the memory of how what happened the last few minutes of it. Oh, the last hour. Wow, that much? My goodness. I didn't I thought it was a few minutes, but now a whole hour? Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, it's crazy how the human brain works. It's this amazing machine, but the second a hard enough hit happens, you could ruin a lot of parts of your life with that. Yeah, it's really scary, Liquida. Very scary. So that's one of the storylines that they're picking up in this part of the book. There was also another storyline where a king had died, or oops, sorry, YouTube, sorry, a king had passed away unexpectedly, and there's a certain amount of suspicion as this really accident, is this illness, or was something else happening. So now this whole brand situation has sort of drummed up a lot of questions of other people's cancellation or unexpected demises and so forth, because now the rumor mill is, well, if Bran didn't accidentally fall, well, was this also an accident? Was this also a sudden illness, etc.? And of course, we know that Sansa was sent off to marry and was, of course, displeased with this, although she was grown more and more accustomed to things, and really tried to integrate herself into the new clan that she was married off to. So Sansa is the one that is the mother of all the dragons, so the white haired young girl. And yeah, there was quite a few. Jon Snow's half sister, of course, Mary was about to marry her new husband or meeting him, and there was an incident with her sister Arya, where basically Arya was trying to learn how to fight, and of course, girls in medieval times, that's not the appropriate thing. And the king that was going to marry her sister found them out and attacked the boy. But Arya's wolf, dire wolf, I should say, intervene and cause a whole scene. And basically, of course, the king was not happy about it. I should say the prince, because at this point he's not technically king. Was not happy that the dire wolf was basically defending Arya and the other boy and attacked him. So the prince got revenge and had the dire wolf cancelled essentially, and his bride to be dire wolf as well cancelled. So this, of course, upsetted the girls and caused a whole big controversy. So of course, I'm not telling you guys everything. I don't want to have any kind of spoiler alerts are going on, and I hope that you guys. I believe Game of Thrones is on Audible. If ever you guys have it, I'll check because I do have an Audible account. Let me go see if I can log in to see if there is an Audible version of uh, Game of Thrones, but I believe that there is. At this point, there should be at the very least. If not, you guys can obviously do like me and buy the original book. Mm, yeah, and it is on Audible. It's kind of expensive. It's $70.18. I assume. Oh no, okay, no, it's not the whole series. Is that the whole series? Hmm. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like that one I have because the one I'm seeing is the $70, and it seems to be only the first book, but it's 33 hours. So I imagine maybe there's extra stuff going on. So, but it is apparently on Audible for those that are interested. And thank you guys for clicking the like button. I'm so glad to see you guys here. Okay, so obviously, like I said, I'm not going to read the full thing. I am, as I said earlier, allowed to read a quick excerpt, so nothing too long. So I'm just going to read a couple of sentences on the page that I'm reading now. Okay, and hopefully you guys will check out Audible to get the audio book, or like I said, to buy the actual book like me and read the physical book if you haven't done so already. Of course, I believe it's still on Game of Thrones is still on HBO. As it has 8 seasons and it's available for replay, I believe, on HBO. So you guys are more than welcome to watch the show. I think YouTube should also have it available as well. I'm pretty sure. So that's another way to go about it as well. But of course, I'm not an affiliate marketer. So if you guys don't really want to watch it or read the book or listen to the audiobook, I have no offense. I'm not losing any money on it. You guys do as you please. So I'm going to read a couple of sentences, not too much, right? Because again, copyright. Oh, gosh darn copyright, but I'll read a couple sentences that I know I'm allowed to do so. All right, so here we are. The clang of steel echoed through the yard as the others joined battle around him. John blocked a savage cut at his head, the shock of impact running up his arm as the swords crashed together. Good morning, Getty. How are you? So glad to see you here. So, that Getty was a couple of sentences from the book Game of Thrones, the first book, of course, named Game of Thrones. Surprise! Don't you love it when the books make it all very simple and to the point? And hey, this is the Game of Thrones series. Here's the Game of Thrones books. The first book is Game of Thrones. Enjoy. I love it when books do that. It's like, look, here, simple to the point. We are saying this. Here's what we're about. Enjoy. So that's it. That's all. So, Getty, to let you know, basically at the beginning of the live today, I showed people how to make somebody a moderator either through a live stream that you're doing on YouTube or going in through your YouTube studio. Of course, I had a few people come in and hey, we're here from I think Dragon, etc., and had a nice little conversation. And of course, I did my half an hour of reading from Game of Thrones book. Okay, as you know, Getty, because I know that you're here every once in a while. I did not read the book out loud due to copyright issues, and I did read a quote from a book explaining why I cannot read the full book, but I did read, as you heard, a couple of lines from the book. Okay, so right now I'm on page number 262 of the version I have. The version of the book I have is the leather bound version. It's a smaller book, but much longer. Okay, so it's a slower read. Okay, so I'm about a quarter of the way through the book, since the book is a little over 800 pages, give or take, but it includes an appendix as well. So the actual story is, let's see what page it goes to. It goes to page 807, and basically starting 808, well, 809 technically, there's the appendix. Okay, so I'm at page 262, so I'm a little over a quarter of the way through the book. And of course, I'm reading only half an hour, 3 times a week, so that's why it's a little bit slower for me to read through it. But yeah, so that's it for this morning. I hope later tonight you guys join me. I will be interviewing Orel Ferguson. He is an artist who works with broken glass. Okay, let me check out what time that is going to be tonight. Do want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the right information. Let me go find the right thing. Okay, I think I have to change it because I have it set up for 8:30, but I believe I told them that it would be at 7:30. Okay, but it will be later on tonight. Let me just double check everything on my end to be sure that I'm giving you guys the right information and that I can make adjustments if necessary. Da, 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 da. Don't worry, I'm just singing randomness. Yeah, so it'll be tonight at 7:30. Okay, so I'm gonna just adjust that now. So tonight at 7:30 is when I'm going to have my interview with Oral Ferguson. He's an artist who works with broken glass. So I changed that now. So I hope to see you guys tonight at 7:30 p.m. for my live interview. I'm going to ask him a few different questions, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that show as well. I found it interesting. There will be his website where he will be showing you guys some of his works that is available for purchase. So if you guys want to buy some of his works and support an artist, a local black artist, great, fantastic. That way too, I'm all for it, guys. Always try to support artists whenever you can. Okay, you're not under no obligation to buy his works if you don't want to, but if you can and you're willing and able to, please spend a few dollars buying works from our artists. All right, so that's it for me today, guys. Thank you for spending an hour and a half of your time with me. I know it's an hour more than what I normally would have done for this particular episode or series, but I'm glad to spend any amount of time with you guys. You guys know how I end things. If there's somebody that you haven't said hello to, you haven't hugged in a while, you haven't said I love you to in a while, now's the time. If you need an excuse, guys, use me as an excuse. Blame me. It's okay. It's all my fault. Say she stole my thunder. Hasn't said hi to you in a while, so I'm saying it for her. How you doing? All of that. Okay, guys. So Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys tonight. If not, I hope to see you guys in one of the many lives that our friends will be having throughout the day, the week, etc. So try to support people when and how you can, guys. Have a good one. Oh, there's a phone call. Have to go, guys. Bye bye.